stacks, man. High. Crypto candy hustle, making Bitcoin fly. Jordan with the TradeIntuition got the streets from mission stacks, meta high. Crypto candy hustle, making Bitcoin fly. Jordan with the tech, no need to spy. Lenny kids on the scene, never tongue-tied. Brad got the plan, paper in his hand. Brackish adventures, exploring the land. AC, Peter Van Der Winkle stand. Together we rise, never outmatched. COP boss, tongue twist, spit straight fire. David Malone, ambitions climbing higher. Hawk 63 in the game, admire. Street legends never retire. Grant got the plan, paper in his hand. Brackish adventures, exploring the land. AC, Peter Van Der Winkle stand. Together we rise, never outmatched. Street kings, crowned with gold. All moves planned, never fold. In this hustle, stories told. Thriving in the struggle, bold. TradeIntuition got the streets from mission stacks, meta high. Crypto candy hustle, making Bitcoin fly. Show no with the tech, no need to spy. Lenny kids on the scene, never tongue-tied. Brand got the plan, paper in his hand. Brackish adventures, exploring the land. AC, Peter Van Der Winkle stand. Together we rise, never outmanned. TOP boss, tongue twist, spit straight fire. David Malone, ambitions climbing higher. Hawk 63 in the game, admire. Street legends never retire. Grant got the plan, paper in his hand. Brackish adventures, exploring the land. Dave P, Peter Van Der Winkle stand. Together we rise, never outmanned. Street kings, crowned with gold. All moves planned, never fold. In this hustle, stories told. Thriving in the struggle, bold. Grant got the plan. Brackish adventures. Brand got the plan. Brand got the plan. Brand got the plan. Brand got the plan. Paper in his hand. TradeIntuition got the street from mission stacks, man. High. Crypto candy hustle, making Bitcoin fly. Jordan with the tech, no need to spy. Lenny kids on the scene, never tongue-tied. Grant got the plan, paper in his hand. Brackish adventures, exploring the land. Dave P, Peter Van Der Winkle stand. Together we rise, never outmanned. TOP boss, tongue twist, spit straight fire. David Malone, ambitions climbing higher. Hub 633 in the game, admire. Street legends never retire. Grant got the plan, paper in his hand. Brackish adventures, exploring the land. Dave P, Peter Van Der Winkle stand. Together we rise, never outmanned. Street kings, crowned with gold. All moves planned, never fold. In this hustle, stories told. Thriving in the struggle, bold. TradeIntuition, flipping coins like magicians. Crypto candy sweet, pockets in demolition. Jono got the scoop, slicker than a Walson troop. Lenny kid with the tricks, making quick flips from cribs. Dave P on alert, money moves like a flirt. Peter Van Der Winkle, stacking chips, never twinkle. Grant grinding gears, blockchain pioneer. Brackish adventures, exploring treasure, no measure. Crypto dreams in the night, shining neon lights. Riding digital waves, reaching brand new heights. Invest with the clan, together we unite till the moon reports. Making fortunes in sight. TOP boss.
3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is your time. It is always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. Let's make this money. My name is Joe. This is Trade Intuition, where we show you how to successfully trade without all the complicated pattern memorizations, ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, and all that other fun stuff, complicated indicators. Now, do we use indicators? Yeah, sure, why not? If I don't have indicators on my chart, people think I don't know how to trade, so I have them on my chart. Granted, I use strictly support, resistance, trend lines. Now, I do like indicators, and I'm using more and more and testing more out. So once I find indicators that I do like, of course, I'll let you know, and that way you can test them out yourself, see if you like them. As always, let me know if you can hear me. Of course, I know you can't see me because, well, I still don't have a camera. So no, it's not working. I'm not even, like, I'm trying to do not stress. So I'm not even mess with it. I'm not mess with it today. I didn't mess with it yesterday. But if the background music is too loud, let me know. If you can't hear the background music, let me know that as well. All right, so we are looking at crypto bubbles. Crypto bubbles. Everything was good just a little bit ago. And then everything changed. Everything changed. So of course we do have the bubbles on the hour time frame, and red, lots of red. Now, of course, you know what goes up will come down, and stop losses are very important. Matter of fact, in the group, I was updating our stop losses. I believe we had 2 trades open and moved up our stop losses, and sure enough, we were doing longs because it was time for longs, and we got stopped out. Now, there was also another trade where and I'll show it to you. Let me come over here. There's a trade, this trade right here. You can see right here, we did get stopped out. However, I posted when it was up here. So here we entered the trade, and I'm always looking at these trades, guys. Like if you're in the VIP group, this is the best VIP group you're gonna be in my opinion, because I update the charts. I don't just post a chart and then post another one and then post another one, 10, 15, 20 charts a day, and then just, you know, leave you to the wolves. No, we are the wolves. We don't want sheep. We are the wolves. So here we posted, and as soon as I'm watching this, guys, I'm literally watching this, and I saw it. We entered here, and it started coming down. Ooh, I didn't like it. Automatically, I didn't like it because as soon as we entered, it broke our level. And then this one was a very weak candle. It was on the 15-minute time frame. Then it came down here, and it was testing our 30 SMA. And I was like, no, cancel it, guys. Cancel the trade. I don't like how it's looking. Matter of fact, let me go into the chat just so I can show you. And never trust me. Always verify. Always verify. So here, I'm going to show this to you. So I posted it. I think today's the 29th. I posted the chart setup at 5:04 a.m. So if anybody is on the other side of the world thinking, oh, I can't join the group because, you know, he's always asleep. No, like literally I've been up all night because the charts were looking good. And I want my people to make money. So here, 5 in the morning, I posted the chart, and then I updated it at 6 in the morning. I said, close the trade, guys. They close the trade, not liking how the trade's losing the levels. And I'm resetting my alerts. So with that being said, here's my alert. I reset it. You know, it went off, and I'm just looking at it. It's like, man, I don't like how it's losing this level really quick. So anyway, we got out here, and then sure enough, as soon as we got out, it came up. So no, I gotta wait. I gotta wait. Came up here to this, got rejected, started coming over here, and then just doing this number. And it started looking good, but I need to wait. For this one, I was gonna wait at least an hour or two once it started looking better. Because here, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, ah man, that's money I don't want to lose. So it broke out again. I was like, okay, I'm gonna probably wait an hour. Sure enough, next candle, boom. Next candle. It's like, man, So same thing here. Okay, let me wait about an hour. Sure enough, started coming down. And if we would have been in this trade and not got out here, which I updated the group, we would have lost more money. Now, granted, we only entered once, but still, we would have lost. So that's what I do in the group. If you're interested in being in a VIP group that truly does care about your money, and I treat your money like my money, because I'm in these trades too. So, you know, if you want to be in the group, send me a message on Telegram. Of course, I put it in the chat, and I believe I pinned it as well. But it goes to my link tree, and the very first one is Telegram. Click on there, send me a message. I'll get you in the group today. But this is what I do all day long. All right, now let's go back to the crypto bubbles. So here we can see it's coming down. On the day in the song, I had Peter's name in there. I had Jono's name in there. I had Dave P's name in there. I had Lenny Kid's name in there. I had Grant's name in there. I think I had Sam's name. I had Theo's name. I had a lot of the people's names in there, in that song. But yeah, guys, we are going to make, what's this? Oh, this is my, oh yeah, guys. So definitely, this is my little notepad. Wait, what are y'all looking at? Y'all looking at my stuff? Don't be looking at my stuff. No, I'm playing. Let's see here. Let's go back to this. So these are the exchanges. And if you already have like BloFin and you want to help support the channel and you've already signed up to BloFin, please use my referral link because it does help support the channel. It really does. Now, if you want other ones, and I always recommend having more than one exchange. You know, here's two others, BTCC and also Toobit. Now, granted, I've done a lot of research. I want to make sure that, again, your money is safe. And with these, I've done research and everything. Not only that, but there are other YouTubers, influencers that use these as well. So that just adds to the safety. Now, none of the exchanges are 100% safe. But if you want extra exchanges, that way your money's not all in one place, please use the referral links. Once again, it does help support the channel. All right, moving on. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's go here. Let's go back to the chats. See, the market is dumping. Yes. Jono, the market is dumping. Yeah, I've been updating the group as far as the market dumping. And let's see here. Here, going down the list of chat. So Crypto Candy heard it. DJ got us in the mix. Yes. I thought I was hearing things. Then I heard the other members in the song. Nice. So yeah, I got y'all's names in there. Yeah, definitely smash the likes, guys. Definitely smash the likes. Appreciate you guys for being here. All right, see here. Thank you guys for being here. All right. Mark. Oh man, Mark's a jokester, man. I love this dude. This dude's funny. Mark says, I'm not naked. Oh, wrong chat. Turn off your webcam, Mark. Come on now. You're too funny. Thank you guys for smashing the likes. All right. So back to business at hand. So this is what, and I posted this in the VIP group. I update the group so much, and it's not useless information. It's like, if there's nothing new, I won't post. And sometimes I'll just post like once in the VIP because there's nothing new. Or I'll post, you know, something that might move the market, whether it's news or what have you. Here, I posted that, you know, this is what I'm planning. Of course, you know, we talked about it up here coming down, and it did. But I was planning, hoping really, that it was going to go in this range for a while before it either broke up or broke down. You know, I wanted to break down, but it just came out like quick. So I said, okay, you know, it was here. I said, all right, well, it might come up here and then maybe come down to our support and then come back, get this, and then dump. But it didn't even come up to this part. It said, nope, I'm not playing any games. I'm going to go ahead and take all this liquidity. Because whenever you have coins that go up like this, you'll see it to where they take the liquidity. All this, the market makers are going to push it down. Now, granted, and this is what I always say, it doesn't mean that the market makers are going to push it down right away. And that's one thing I do not want to create a bias, because it's really easy to create a bias. You're like, oh, look, it went up and then it crashed down. So if I see another coin that goes up, it's going to crash down. Let me short. No. Look right here. Price went up and then it went for a while before it started taking up all this liquidity. All these, I call this area of interest. I don't say this is a magnet. I don't say that it will come down. It might. Nobody knows when. Nobody knows when. Mark says a bias. That on Bybit? Are you a comedian? I think you're a comedian. I think you are. Let's see here. Let's see. BT showing its butt crack. Yes, it is. So here, of course, it started dumping, and as soon as it started dumping, I made sure that everybody had their stop losses in place, and I said, okay, here's a coin that I'm looking at, and matter of fact, it's this coin right here. This coin right here. I have not posted this in the VIP group. Now, here's a huge benefit of watching this show daily. Every once in a while, I might have a coin slip on, a VIP chart. So, and this is one of them. Here, set your alert. Set your alert for 0.1843. Now, granted, I did front run this and I notified the group. I said, here's the setup. It's not ready. I'm looking at it. However, I'm going to front run it. That way I can put higher leverage. And I did. And I think I've already cashed out once or twice on it already since I posted. And I entered a little bit, and hopefully it's going to get my other entries. But this will be your stop loss. These will be your targets. And you can do a 2x leverage. Don't go crazy. Granted, I'm going crazy, but don't go crazy. So on this one, in my opinion, it would be best for you to at least have a 15 to 30 minute, but we'll say 15 minute candle close underneath 0.1870. 15 minute, just so you can get in earlier. Because if you wait a whole hour, because it's a small market cap, this might go like 6-8%, and then now it's too late. Now you got to wait for it to come up before it comes down to break that level. So it's pretty much everything that I teach. So if the candle breaks down and you missed it, don't jump in. Wait for it to come back up, because it will, they all do. And then for it to come back down, and then once it crosses this level, because this is the level of support, now you can enter your short. Same thing with going long. When it comes up, and you miss it, don't worry, it's going to come down. And then when it comes up, it has to cross this level, and then you enter. Now, everybody's expecting a retest for it to go to the area of the breakout. However, you will miss out on a lot of entries if you do that. This is the best way to go. Right here, this is the number one way. All right, with that being said, get rid of this. All right, so that is that. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's see here. See, Mark says, nah, some say I'm funny. Others call me a joke. Rob P, what's up, Rob P? I love to short sushi. Yes, Rob is the master of shorting sushi. I haven't shorted sushi in, since the last time I was in that group. I haven't shorted that in forever. But yeah, Rob P is the master of shorting sushi. Now, granted, we've been shorting a few coins. Here's one of them that we shorted. Well, we already This was one that this one we were shorting. No, this what was our long. I forgot which one it was, but there was one that we were shorting, and then we ended up having to move up our stop loss, and of course it got stopped out. We were in the positive, but barely though. We're doing a 5x, and we only had like 1% before it stopped us out, so 5%. All right, moving on. Let's see here. I did it 3 times this week. Nice, very nice. Let's see here. So guys, do you have coins you want me to do? Do you have coins you want me to do? Put them in the chat. Let's see here. So basically the whole scenario with the way I run the show, first 10 minutes or so, it's Bitcoin. After that, it's all up to you. You know, ask me questions regarding trading, indicators, setups, you know, throw a coin and we'll try it out. We'll see if it's ready to go. Got to wait for it to go long or short. Right now, the price action is coming and it looks like it's finding support right here, right at 59. So it looks like it's finding support right here. Change this to white. And this, of course, is Bitcoin. So let's go put it right here. Here. So I guess this is a better one. This actually matches up with this one. So it's actually finding support right at 58.9. I do think that it's going to keep on. I think it's going to come down and just go in this range until it breaks down. Already, and of course, you know, we have another area of interest right here between 56 and 55. So let's go ahead and mark these areas. This is our area of interest. Now, I do not like calling this a magnet. Like, same thing with like the VWAP and moving averages. I don't like calling them magnets. And I've mentioned this before. To me personally, it gives me a bias. Oh, it's going to go there. It has to. It's a magnet. It can go there if it wants to, if the market makers push it. So this is a level that we have to watch for it to break out of. Now, if the price action breaks out and finds support, then of course, well, our shorts will do so well. But, you know, it did break out and it had the opportunity to find support, and then it didn't. I was hoping it would because we were in that long. And then once it continued down, it's like, all right, time for shorts. Let's see here. Alpaca, new entry ideas, short. Yeah. So this one, and it's going to be in the group, but it's not ready yet. Not ready yet. I entered it because, well, that's what I do. And I put this in the group as well. We do need our alert to go off. And then after that, we need the candle to close underneath this level. So we'll see. But yeah, here are your targets. And here's your stop loss. And just do a 2x. You know, mine, I have a little bit higher leverage. And it just depends on your risk management. It really does. Speaking about that, let me check on my trade. Let me refresh the page 1 second. I'm not sure if I'm in my entire position. Okay, yeah, my entire position got hit. Okay, good. Okay. So now I'm just waiting. So for me personally, I would wait. You know, for me, I'm doing a little bit more risky. But I will put an alert. 21. That's way up there. Here, 1 second. We go to a 15-minute time frame, so we can zoom in. Let's put an alert here. The 1870. And the right one? One second. Getting a little confused right now. What chart is this? Oh, this is the wrong chart. I was like, that doesn't look right. Okay, my other entry hasn't hit yet. Okay. Okay. Ooh, I got kind of scared a little bit. All right, let's see here. Going back to the chat. Let's see here. Going down the list. DeJono says, Joe, can we look at FTM? Yeah, definitely. So let's check out FTM. Okay, and ooh, this one almost hit our alert. Let's go to FTM. FTM, USDT. MEXC. Okay, this one looks like it's going to dump. The 50 SMA on the daily. Okay, so let's go to daily. Take this off. Put on our SMAs. So it's underneath it. Want to try strategy in your last video? Okay. So for that strategy, it works easier, or rather it's better when the market is better. However, like you can see right here, let's just say you did that strategy, but I don't want to pick a good area. Let's do here. Okay, so the strategy is get rid of this, get rid of all these lines, and let's get rid of our drawings. So the strategy is on the daily time frame where you enter candle close above the 50 SMA, and you know, it's just a regular trade, and then you close it once it goes below it. I'm trying to find a bad example here. Now, if you notice, first thing I want to do is I want to show you the bad example versus what all the other mentors will do is they'll show you the good and only the good. No, I want to show you the bad. So here, candle closed above the 50 SMA on the daily time frame, you enter the trade. And then candle closes underneath the 50 SMA and you close the trade. That's one loss. Trying to look for more bad ones. But let's say here, you enter now because it closed and you're still in the trade. And you're still in the trade. And you're still in the trade. Now, if you get like really good gains, nothing wrong with taking some profit, you know, 10%, 20%, whatever, just kind of write it up until it closes underneath it. Then you close your trade. Then here you would open your trade. Now this works really well on higher time frames. For example, the daily. Now there are people that I see that use the 1 minute time frame to do this method of trading, and it's the worst thing you can do on the 1 minute because you're going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. And what they do is they'll show you only the successful ones. Look, guys, I told you on the 7 minute time frame, you know, once it crosses the 200, you know, that's when you want to enter. And look, you know, we got all these gains, whether it went up or down. But they don't show you all the other times where it went up and down, up and down, up and down. If they were going long and then it went down, like they don't show you any of that stuff. But on the daily time frame, it's much better and super, super easy. Closes, you enter. And then, you know, granted, say we didn't take any profit. You know, so what I do is I'm very realistic with the stuff that I teach. I don't say, oh yeah, I would have taken profit right here because, well, it's far away from the 50 SM. No, I probably wouldn't have. Depends on if it was like 50%, okay, maybe I'll take 10% off. But if it's like 8% move, 12%, I'm not gonna take profit. And then I come down here and it closes. So I actually lost on this trade. Then we come over here. I enter the trade and then I close. So I lost on this trade. So when the market is better, you get better results. When the market is the way it is right now, you'll get mixed results. And I want to show this to you so that you don't get wrecked. Now, granted, here, you know, this would have been great. See, Rob says, what's your thought process on TON? Okay, we'll get to TON in just a second. For every 6-figure and 7-figure trader, I have learned from using the daily time frame. Yes. Now, there's a lot of stuff that I actually learned from Rob. And one of them was the time frames that most 6- and 7-figure traders use, which, if memory serves me correct, is a daily, 4-hour, 1 hour, and then I think the 15-minute. For me, I was always using the 2-hour. And then Rob showed me that, you know, most people or successful traders, very, you know, 6-7 figures, they don't use the 2-hour, they use the 1 hour. So what I'm doing is now I switch to the 1 hour. Matter of fact, let me take off my 2-hour from up here. And that's one thing that you always want to do. Like, you always want to be learning, always learning. So now my 2 hours gone. And that's what I like doing. You know, I'm always open to suggestions, and the 1 hour has worked for me, especially, and I love the 30 SMA. Why? It just, like, I see it, you know, finding an area where it comes down to it. I hate saying the word finding support or resistance, but with that being said, because it's an average of the closes, but it's just too many words to say, you know, the candle bodies came down to the area of the average closes of the candles. You know, it's too many words. Anyway, Rob says they have more money than me, so I listen. Yes, and that's what you got to do. You know, same thing with successful traders. Like, they may be doing something that I don't agree with, but they're successful. Now, are they successful because they have a group, or are they successful with their trades? And that's one thing you have to watch too. We got Day P in the house. What's up, Day P? All right, so once again, this strategy works depending on the market you're in. And this is why it's very important to, you know, be in the live stream so you can ask these questions. Here we would have entered, here we would have exited. Here we would have entered, here we would have exited. Now, granted, eventually you're going to be right. Eventually. So let's say we did this 10 times and we lost 9 of those 10 times. And we're down 8%. Granted, this is just regular trading, it's not leverage. We're down 6%. Then the next one we're down 12%. The next one we're down 4%. The next one we're down 3%. The next one we're down 2%. And then this one, we're up 80%. So it's going to work out. See, Mark says, finding support with my dog. Fighting resistance with my ex. Yes. Very true. Very true. Oh, speaking about exes, my ex called me the other day, or chatting or whatever, texted me, and she was like, where can I put my XRP? I said, why are you dealing with XRP? I said, don't get XRP. Nobody likes XRP. I said, get it, any other coin, any AI coin, but she's going to get XRP, which I think is dumb. But it is what it is. All right, I'm moving on. Let's see here. Let's go in the chats. Let's see here. See, FTM. Okay, so we went over the thought process on this 50 SMA, doing the strategy that I mentioned in the video. It really just depends on the market. But just know that eventually you're gonna be right. Eventually. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Now let's see here. Rob says, I'm looking to close my Bitcoin short at 55.7. 55.7. Yeah, you might have it for a while. Maybe. You know, we just need to break out of this level. Once it breaks out, or breaks down rather, it should be really nice. Yeah, I'm looking for, I'm really hoping for 50, 52 for it to come back in here, but to do this kind of range, instead of just touching it and coming up, I would like for it to come in here. And of course, our next level is between 41 and 44, because this is really strong support versus this really weak support that it just came down just to liquidate everybody and go up. But yeah, that's shorting Bitcoin, in my opinion, is a smart move. And I mean, if you just look at it, let's go in and hide everything. If you just look at it, you know, we have a high, lower high, lower high, lower high. We did a lower high, but then we started doing a higher high. So this is kind of changing the trend. But the macro, the bigger picture, high, lower high. So it's even though it's this area right here is semi bullish, the bigger picture, all this, it's still bearish because it's still creating lower highs. I'll give you a heads up. All right, I'm moving on. Let's see here. Theo says, could you check Nero and ticker is Bitcoin, not Bitcoin? Okay. Thank you for the heads up on that. So let's do BITCON. Okay. Where is this at? Niro. Bitcoin. Okay, so let's come over here to this and let's type in crypto. This. So even though you gave that information, it did not help. So it's NEIRO. I don't think I'm putting up the right one. Nero and ticker is Bitcoin, not Bitcoin. Where'd you find that at? I don't even know where to look. I don't know if it's this one. But this is Ethereum markets. MEXC. No, I was trying to see if it said Bitcoin here. I don't know. Sorry, Theo. I don't see it. Okay, let's see here. What else do we got? Okay. Let's go look at ton. Look at ton. Oh, yeah. So I have ton up here. At least oh, yeah, I do. Okay. So let's see here. Rob P says, what's your thoughts on ton? I've been in a short on that token for 4 days now. Nice. Yeah. I actually got into a long. Once it broke, I think once it broke this level, I entered a long, and then it crossed below it, and I said, nope, and I got out. I was like, dang it. And I think over here too. And then once it crossed my 30, I was like, dang it. So, ton, I mean, let's go to, let's kind of look at the bigger. So I was thinking about this as far as a long, but of course, you know, we have to wait. And just for it to be safer, you know, I was thinking maybe doing this number, but let's get rid of all this junk. 43. What do I have on here? I got a bunch of junk. Oh yeah, this is one of my setups, but it didn't break, so it's not ready. Not ready. High risk, due to news. So let's get rid of everything. All right. Let's see here. There's a lot of areas of interest. We have like this down here. We have this area right here. And I call it area of interest. People call it liquidity. I just like calling it area of interest. That way I don't get, me personally, you know, with a bias of, you know, it's going to come down to liquidity. Just me. Okay, so here we have a pretty tight zone. So let's do our tight zone. And this we can do it green. Now this, it looks very bearish, very bearish. Now, if we look at this, you know, depending on who you follow, they could say, I don't trade patterns, but if I squint my eyes really hard and shake my head really fast, then I can kind of see a shoulder, head, shoulder. So complex head and shoulders, you know, if you squint your eyes really hard. But I don't care about all that junk. Or you can say, oh, it's an inverse cup and handle. I don't care about all that junk. What I care about is this level. This is my zone. If it breaks below this zone, which there is a very, very high possibility that it might, this will be, in my opinion, a great short. Now, granted, you know, been in for 4 days now, so more than likely, once it broke the 200 SMA, Rob probably entered, because here it found, I hate saying support, I've just been programmed that way, but here, this was the average of where the candles closed. And sure enough, these candles closed at the average of the closes, and it came up, and then here, it did not close on the average, it broke below it. So that would have been a nice, because what the moving averages do is they show you momentum. If it's above it, it's good. If it's below it, not so good. Here it broke below it. And so, and it's been getting rejected. Not reject. Oh man, I'm just so programmed to say those words. It's been unable to cross the average closes of this area. I know it's a lot of words, right? So in my opinion, I do believe that this will come down. It's losing its momentum. It's losing its strength. We had a high, lower high, lower high, then a lower high. Then it started changing. You know, we had a low, then higher lows, but we had this line, or I guess you can call it trend line. Then we had this and a double top right here, broke through this, and then now came down. So it's losing its strength. It's losing its momentum. It looked like it's going to bounce here and start coming up, but nope, no luck. No luck. Came down, bouncing right now, but there's a really high chance if it does go up, possibly go to this area, maybe a little higher, create another lower high. And I don't think it's going to find support here like it did here and here and here. I think that it's just going to give up because one, the market's not great, and two, you know, we have the news with TRON, and I think it's going to come down. And this will be a nice, in my opinion, a nice area for a target. So target. And then our next area for a target. And again, just depending on what, here we have a nice fair value gap. So this is an area of interest. So right here will be another target. And we could possibly do another target right around here. Just because here we have like a zone. And then it broke out of this accumulation zone. So these will be my targets. So just depending on when you enter. Like for me, personally, I would set an alert right here. Let's go to set alerts. And let's move this over. Nope, I guess so. And then here's where my alert would be. So I would set an alert right here. Then for this one, I would have to, man, I would have to have the 4 hour. Well, you can do it on the 1 hour, but to me it's just too risky because it's been so volatile. I would have to wait for the 4 hour candle to close, and the close would have to be underneath this level, 51.33. It would have to be underneath this level. That didn't work. Go to copy. Oh, did I do a wrong level? Oh, I think I have a level up here. Yeah, I do have a level. This one. So hopefully all this makes sense. The 4 hour candle, first you have to have your alert. Once your alert goes off, that way you're not staring at the chart all day. Your alert goes off and you make sure that the 4 hour candle closes underneath 4.879. If it does, then you enter your short. And then and these are your levels too for your targets. And depend on how, you would have your stop loss above this zone. And then just depending on how much you're willing to lose, whether it's 2x, 1x, 5x, 10x, whatever you want. All right, good stuff. Let's see here. We did that one. Okay. Yeah, XRP. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't like XRP. Sam, SARS are right. Yeah. Let's see here. Any other coins? Hey, let's look at sushi. We haven't seen sushi in forever. Let's look at some sushi. And you know what? We will put an alert here. So we'll do short question mark, and I just do an S just for time's sake. So let's go and let's look at sushi. Sushi USDT.P, because this one it would be a short. Let's see. Not looking too fantastic. Looks extremely weak. And you got your high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. This is on the daily time frame. Now this one too, we have a zone. We have a level right here, and we have a level right here. This is our zone. Then look how well it respects it. This is why I love support resistance. And then also trend lines. Now, one thing that I like doing with trend lines, I haven't done it in a while though, but one thing I like doing with trend lines is I like using the ray tool. So here's the ray tool, but since it's on one of my favorites, you come over here and it's right here. I have the star on mine, but you click on this, then you come to your next pivot, and then this extends to infinity. And what is so amazing is, let's say 6 months, a year, 24 months, whatever, you come back to this chart and you will see that the price action will respect it. It truly is amazing. There was some charts that I did long time ago, and I used the ray tool. I was like, where do these trend lines come from? I don't remember charting it. And I go back and it was done like a year and a half ago. It's like, whoa, like that's pretty cool. But for sushi on this one, what's the price range tool? Between here and here, ooh, 12%. Wow, a lot. So this right here, I mean, if it loses that range, man, in my opinion. Oh, I heard nothing else. This is only on, I mean, if you go to another exchange, you'll have more data. But 4 hour time frame. Look at that. Oh man, look at this. Let's do our magnet tool. And nobody closes. Look at that. Double top. If it closes underneath this, you have a very, very high probability it's going to continue down. And again, this is why I love support resistance. I mean, look how it stops right there. So this one still has 10 minutes to go. There's a very high probability, even though we have buying pressure, there's a very high probability that this is going to continue breaking down due to the lack of strength. So this is another good one. And then for here, same thing, you know, this is a really nice area. This is your fair value gap. Now, a fair value gap, that's when you have candle 1, candle 2, candle 3, and candle 1 and candle 3 don't interact with candle 2. There's literally a gap. So because of that, I would have my target right here. And then what I like doing is I like doing this little area of interest, showing that this is my fair value gap. So area of interest. So this will be the reason why I do my target there. Same thing with this area right here. So I don't include this wick. So it starts from the wick to the candle body. I mean, you could use this. This is also liquidity where the price action may go to. Now, all this is, there's so many different names, fair value gaps, order blocks, liquidity zones, resistance zones, selling pressure, buying pressure. It's all the same thing. This is, so just to make it simple, and you know me guys, I love making stuff simple. I'm just calling it areas of interest. Keeping it simple. And then this will be my next. Now, granted, it is important to understand what they are, you know, as far as, you know, this is buying pressure, you know, all these wicks start coming up. So this is an area of liquidity. But there's so many things that it's the same. Liquidity, order blocks, you know, then we got your fair value gaps. It's just where the market makers may push the coin down to. But yeah, for this one, it would need to break this white line. And then those are your targets. And of course, for your stop loss though, so let's actually do this one a little bit. So this one I would have to do like a 2x leverage. Maybe a 3, but I'll probably go 2 just to be safer. Now, me personally, I'd probably do like a higher leverage than that. Oh, speaking about that leverage, let me check my. Okay, still doing good. So right now I'm in that short and good. All right. Let's see here. So that would be that. So this first one we probably wouldn't even do unless we did a kind of higher leverage and then reduce our stop loss. So our first target would be right here. So that's what I'm kind of looking at. But if I wanted to front run this, then see how now my stop loss would be about 6%. So now if I wanted to, I could do a 4x leverage. I don't think I'll do any more than that. So this will be the setup. Let's see here. We got about 2 more minutes, guys. We got about 2 more minutes. Let's see here. I believe I got all of them. Yes, I do believe we got everything. So I just want to give special shout outs to everybody who's in here. Everybody who's in here, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat so I can give you a special shout out. I do greatly appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We do this every single day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Granted, I am doing this without my camera, and to tell you the truth, guys, I haven't even messed with my computers the past 2-3 days. I think it's been 2 days now. Just because when I do mess with the computer to try to fix the internet, try to fix everything, it gets frustrating. And I like living my life not having stress. So I just like, you know what? I'm not gonna mess with it. I might mess with it today. If not, this weekend for sure. Because I need it. I need my camera. I need my computers to work. I need my internet. I'm tired of this limited internet. Same thing with my, like I was watching Road Dogg last night on my phone, and it would play it for a little bit and then it would start buffering. And it's like, why am I getting limited on my data? And you know, my internet, it's not the cheapest, you know what I mean? But all right, so special shout outs to Peter, man, thank you so much for being here, greatly appreciate you. Jono, same thing, appreciate you, man. Rob P, thank you so much, man, appreciate all your help. You know, just appreciate everything. Fred, we got Fred in the house. Thank you guys. Thank you for smashing the likes as well. You guys are the best. Crypto Candy, appreciate you, man. Dude, I can't believe how far you've come. Same thing with you, Jono. Jono, your chart that you posted in the group today, fire. Absolute fire. The only thing I could even suggest on your chart was to make it a bigger font because of my old man eyes. Like, you have come a long way, my friend. You have come a long way. So hats off to you, man. Lenny Kid, appreciate you, man. You are improving leaps and bounds. Again, guys, if you want to be in the group, oh, it's in the chat. It's in the description as well. But here are the plans. If you just want to help support the channel, $19 a month, you will become a favorite. You will. If you want to join the group, well, then here you go. This is with credit card or debit card. If you want to do lifetime, then here you go. And then you just have to remember to cancel it, you know, that same month. That way, of course, you know, this doesn't charge you every single month. If you want to pay with crypto, of course, you save money. You save big money paying with crypto. Reach out to me. And of course, my stuff is in the chat. I think I pinned it as well. But reach out to me and I will give you the prices. And of course, you do save money by doing so. And I do thank you so much, guys. You guys are the best. And I'm putting it again in the chat. All right, guys, that's it for me. I do appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Uh-oh. You just got alert. A bingo and a bango, guys. A bingo and a bango. It's time to enter this one. You got the call here first, guys. You got the call here first. This is one of the benefits of being here every single day. We do setups. And here's a setup. Now, granted, only do a 2x leverage. You know, granted, I have mine a little bit higher. And where's mine? So this is mine. So right now I got a 20x leverage. I entered, and then my higher entry was up here. I only have like a little bit, like $10 or something here, because I had already cashed out. I had entered here, and then I cashed out here, thinking it was going to maybe bounce, because it started looking like it was going green. So I cashed out, you know, got a little bit of money, and then it started coming down more. It's like, oh, so I moved the slider. I got like $10 in there, and then I didn't chase it. I had my other one, my other entry, I believe right here, and then of course it took it up, or however that works. I forget where I had it, and then so now it's coming down. So once again, guys, in the group, we do show you how to do leverage if you want to do leverage. We also show you how to trade responsibly too. And again, you don't have to do 20x. I don't recommend 20x. You know, it depends on your risk level, your risk tolerance. Do a 1x. Make money on the way down. All right, that's all I got. Good, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, don't feel like you always have to be in a trade. Trade what the market gives you. Be fluid like water. Be fluid like water. I do thank you guys so much. It's 4 o'clock. Not sure what time it is your time, but it is always time. You guessed it, to make this money. So let's do it, guys. My name is Joe. This is TradeIntuition. See you tomorrow, and let's make this money. Take care. Boring outro. Boring. All right, guys. Take care.